Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Zero Excuses podcast. My name is Kenyon Zitska. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. I've got a bit of a different episode. I've been getting a lot of comments on my various social media channels, and actually had a request come in from my YouTube channel. Got a comment on one of my videos from Precious Akpata. I'm sorry if I butchered that name, but want to give you a shout out. But the question was if I could break down my doctrine system. And, I thought this was a great topic to talk about here today. And I'm going to break that down for you guys here, in very, very simple terms. It's not a very complicated system. So looking forward to, breaking that down for you guys so you can implement it in your life today. Just a quick reminder before I do that is to head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review for the show. Appreciate everyone who has taken the time to do that to this point. And also, while you're there, make sure you share this show with anybody who might benefit from hearing the topics and the conversations that we're having here on the show. And, this is the one way that gets the word out about what we're doing here. And I appreciate everybody who takes the time to do that. So anyways, my doctrine system. Quite simply, all this is I look at the major situations that I find myself in that I may have, friction present in the processes. I've got a doctrine system for just a general one to prime my mind every morning. I actually have and all these are just simple collections of, you might call them affirmations, but they're just simple statements to remind myself why I'm doing what I'm doing and keep me centered on where I'm going in life. And, this general doctrine that I have hanging up actually I have it hanging over my toilet so I can read it anytime when I wake up in the morning. I'm handling my business in the morning. When I first wake up, I can read it. I like to I hate the term multitask, but you can combine an unconscious activity with a conscious activity, and like walking and reading a book if you're in a safe area. I like to do things like that. So that's a bit of a funny way for me to accomplish that with my a little bit of my morning routine there. But anyways, sitting right here at my desk, I've got a planning doctrine, and I'm going to go through this. And all it is I've printed these off and laminated them, and I have them hanging off of little hooks in strategic locations in my house. I also have a doctrine for priming my brain to get an epic workout every time I go to the gym. I have that in my gym bag. I read that most mornings before I hit the gym so that I can be in the peak mental state so that I can go in and crush my workout, not make excuses for not getting the highest quality workout, because I spend an hour in the gym. I want to get the most out of that hour that I spend there. But just breaking down this planning doctrine, all it is a list of these statements, and it's really simple. You can look some of these up online, look up affirmations, things like that. But some of the things that I have on here is right now I am doing what is most important to my future. When I sit down and plan, it may seem like a boring, arduous thing to do, but if I remind myself of why I'm doing this, it really keeps the excuses at bay. It keeps those excuses from popping up. I can recall this statement as I'm going through this. It's fresh on my brain, and if I get into the rhythm and the routine of doing, reading this, it takes 30 seconds to sit down and read this, so it's not a burdensome tactic for you to implement it. It's just, hey, you know what? I've got this little sheet. Let me read. You don't even have to read all of them. You can read a few of them to get yourself in that positive mindset. So that's really all there is to it. I'm going to break this down in a little bit more detail in a new product that I'm going to be releasing. It's a very cost-effective system of videos that I'm going to be producing to break down this and some of my other systems so that you can implement them in your life and you can start to live with more discipline and start eliminating those excuses. So we'll wrap it up there. I'm going to make these available for download, so you can see exactly what I have, and let me know what you come up with. And like I said, this is very simple. There's not a lot to it, so there should be no excuse for you guys not to implement something like this in your life. But before I let you guys go, one quick reminder: if you want to sit down on the phone with me, want to have a conversation about this tactic or maybe some of the other tools and strategies that we talk about here on the show, want to figure out some ways for you to, I guess, create a customized solution and implement these, at a high level in your life, I'm offering the opportunity for anybody practically to connect with me for 30 minutes on the phone. If you're interested in that, all you got to do is go to kenyanziska.com/call. That'll take you right to my calendar. You can schedule a 30-minute call with me, and I look forward to talking with many of you. Thanks again for tuning in.